Aloha, my name's Ansel Clancy, internationally certified arborist and acting board member for the Maui Coffee Association. I'm here to talk to you today about picking ripe coffee. Now this is really, might seem like a simple concept, but it's really the second most important concept in producing quality coffee. The first is having a healthy tree and of course a very healthy soil system or living soil food web. The second is really picking coffee at its optimal ripeness. And this is what's going to bring that cup quality home all the way into your cup. So let's dive right in. The first thing that I want to think about when I'm going to pick my coffee is when to get out there and pick. Now coffee will ripen kind of independently cherry by cherry, but what I want to do is look at the tree as a whole. And when I get about 75% of the tree looking super dark, almost like it's overripe, that's what I want to wait for. When I was earlier in my coffee growing career, I used to look for red cherries and jump out here and say, oh, okay, the cherries are red. I want to get out there and pick. It took over a decade before I realized that I really want to look until I start to see overripe cherries on the tree. Once I start to see some overripe cherry, then I know I can come in and majority of my cherry is going to be just the perfect ripeness. Now, you can see different colors. You got bright red. So you see these ones, they look kind of red, but you can see they're still a little green right up by the stem. What I want is really a nice deep maroon colored cherry that's fully colored all the way up to where it connects by the stem. And what this means just by the eye is that the actual sugars inside the fruit are higher. And then when I take that into my dry mill and my wet mill, that's going to give me more sugars in the cup. And if you can imagine that, it's going to give you more bouquet and more organic acids to carry all the way through the roast so you can have more depth in your flavor profile. So when I come in here to pick, I'm looking for those really dark red cherries, and there's a couple ways you can do it. You can pick with just your fingertips like so, and that's spot picking, getting really good cherry. But if you have a couple thousand trees that you need to hand pick, it takes a while. So I like to come in and I actually kind of cup the whole branch and I use my fingertips to pull off the cherries and get them by the handful, just like that. From that point, we can move on to the sorting racks and our harvest is in. Okay, coffee growers, just to give you a bullet point takeaway for this video on how to pick ripe coffee, most important is to know when to get out there in your orchard to pick. So keep in mind, you want about 70% of the tree super dark red and wait until you see some overripe. Yes, you gotta waste a little coffee, but just wait for it. The second thing you want to do is you want to try to pick by the handful, and if you really waited, you're going to get handfuls of super ripe cherry. The last thing to remember is you want that deep, dark red color so you get lots of sugar in the cup. Happy picking.